So this is just an update as to where I am with the stuff. So let's go over here and just grab my skull. Turn on the navigation better. Pop that in there and then go into the inspector. So in here it looks very familiar, except for the fact that we have no control panels, so I've taken them all away. But the skull is exactly as it was before. The menus are now on the hand, the player. So at the moment they're on the left hand. I'm pretty sure I'll be able to sort it out so that it can be flipped to the right hand, but I want to get it fully working first before I go doing that. The menu is accessed by just turning the hand to face the face, basically face the head. So like that. It has the same controls on it as the 3 big panels did last time, but now you can walk around with them and have them whenever you need them. So you've got scale, move and rotate, and they work the same way they did last time. So let's put that up a little bit more. You can obviously reset all these as well. Move it back and forward. Let's move it down a bit. And then we can do a rotation as well. Whoop. There we go. Just let's rotate that around this way so we can see that. I might give this a bit more room because I think it feels a little cramped, but it works for the moment anyway until I've got the whole thing settled. So we can do that. We can also change the colour of things. So this is what I've been working on this week, and I finally got it all working. So by default, these are the current colours. There is actually no roof on this, so I probably will add that back in at some point, because at the moment that's just the tint of the skybox, so it won't at the moment change when I change any of this stuff, but the rest of it will. So the environmental control, you just turn the tint on and off for each one to activate the control of the colour. So it's defaulting to black at the moment. So you can change it to any tint here. You can also use this here to shift which colour the shader is allowing you access to. So you can see that actually, like, changing it from a kind of whitish pale background through to a dark one actually has quite a big impact on how easy it is to see the shape of the skull in front. To turn it off, you just turn the tint switch off and it reverts back to the original colour. Same with the object, so I can turn the tint off. You'll see immediately it goes black because that is the default colour at the moment. Then the way this works is it's actually applying the tint to the original material, which does mean that you retain all of the kind of detail from that material in terms of the darker areas, the kind of suture lines, the lighter patches, etc. But you're able to see it in a slightly different overall tint. So that might make it easier to see certain things. It's just a case of finding which one that you're interested in. So that is the sort of color changing functionality. And again, with this, you can just turn the tint switch off and then it reverts back to the original color. So quite pretty pleased with that. What I do want to do now is look at fixing the rotation. So there is a bug with the rotation, which is to do with the implementation of the X rotation, I think, because it doesn't operate the way you would expect it to. The others seem to be better at it. So the others seem to behave as I would expect them to. This one though, let's go over here. This one, so it goes across 90 degrees and then it goes sort of back on itself. I think there's some sort of interaction happening between each of these. At first, I thought it was a gimbal lock issue. It may still be, but I'm not 100% sure, because it goes to the right 90 degrees and back again, and then to the left 90 degrees and back again. It's quite odd. So I will probably try and see if I can fix that next. All these can obviously be reset as needed too. Yeah, so and the other thing I have now is an exit inspector button, and that puts you back in here, so you're no longer stuck in there once you've gone in. So the other thing I would like to possibly add to that is some of the controls that we mentioned. So some of the tools, so like maybe the flashlight for inspection, some way of navigating around the bone when it's larger, and also perhaps the magnifier. I can probably just scale up the one I've got in here, and a torch. I think there was a thing that we were looking at. I think those should be fairly straightforward. So yeah, that's where I am.